Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here and for still supporting my YouTube channel. And I hope that you guys are doing well this month. On my end, I my January has been so hectic. So I don't have a lot of social engagements like I used to last January, but still, I have been so busy because I am both working and studying, so I need to balance them both, which is so difficult. If you guys don't know, I think I mentioned it before. I work two jobs. Well, I already graduated from college, first of all, and then I'm already working, so I have two jobs, so full-time job and then another part-time job. And then on top of that, I am studying for an examination this March. So we only have 2 months left, and it's a very, very important exam. So I need to balance, and work has been also so crazy, like so crazy. So I need to make sure that I do my job well, but at the same time not compromise my studies. So it's been hard, but yeah, I'm trying. And yeah, I want to talk about my journals, you guys. I mean, of course, but again, this is the first time my cousin, so I kind of wanted to talk about what is going on. And also, I been really, really grateful about my journals, especially these two, my fate journal and then my cousin, because they really help me a lot. So I always make sure that every morning I have 15 or 20 minutes to do planning or to do journaling. So I feel like that they really help me a lot um, to relax a little bit and to express myself. And particularly the Hobonichi Cousin, I have been enjoying using the cousin. There is so much space in here, and I still get intimidated by the way, especially the weekly part. I'll show you later, but I'm still intimidated, though I'm trying and I'm exploring how to utilize the pages. And also, my fate journal, of course, I tried also to be a bit consistent to it. And yeah, so I will talk about my cousin for this video, and then after that we will design my fate journal because I'm so busy. As I said, I don't have a lot of time to design them either on weekends, which is I think around Sunday. So that's the time I would design my journals, and we will do that after I talk about my cousin. So please stay with me. So let's talk about my cousin first. So it's been 21 days, yeah, or 3 weeks that I'm using this cousin, and I must say that I am enjoying it a lot. Actually, I feel like I made the right choice of choosing this planner for 2024, although I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit expensive, but I like how it gives me a lot of space and freedom to write down everything that's going on, like all the plannings, all the tasks, like sort of like a brain dump, actually. So, yeah, let's go to, we will start with my trackers. So, I use this again as my tracker, and I've been doing a lot of progress on my 8 habits. And I feel like I'm proud, to be honest, of myself. So even though I've been very, very busy, I tried to stick to my habit. And by the way, I started a new habit, which is yoga. And yeah, wait, yeah, it's been 13 days since I've done yoga, and I did pretty good, to be honest. And I feel like I should be proud of myself. I don't know about you guys. Have you guys started any new habits or any skills or hobbies this year? Do let me know. And then at the bottom here, I will write my monthly reflections, maybe things or how can I better or improve myself. So I will do. By the way, don't please don't mind my nails. I never had the time to get them done, so we just have to deal with my ugly nails. But anyway, yeah, I will do more updates next time, okay? Now let's go to the monthly section. The first one here is December, of course, last year of December. So I basically copied everything I have in my previous planner and then transfer it in my cousin just to do pen tests and feel tests, maybe how this paper feels like. So yeah, and that's when I realized that I'm really enjoying the papers of Hobonichi Cousin so far. So these are, I think you already know the content. It's like the highlights are all of the events and appointments I had. And then we have here the keys, the goals, the tasks, and a little bit of reflection as well. So this is basically what my monthly, I mean, this is what you will see probably in each month. And now let's go to January. So again, we have here the goals and then the task. And I'm using this monthly calendar as a sort of highlight of the day, or like the most important events or appointments I have, and also like one thing that I want to achieve that day. I would also write it down on my monthly. So, yeah, there are just so many ways to use it, but for this one, I'll use it for my appointments, events, and then also like kind of like a highlight of the day, although not every day, because I work from home, so there isn't really much going on in my life, you know. So, and also, yeah, I also write birthdays, by the way. I think it's a really good way to prepare yourself mentally because you know that you have an event or birthday or appointments that you need to go to. So for me, it helps me to be a bit more like mentally and physically prepared, if that makes sense. And now let's go to the weekly section. I have so much to say about this. And by the way, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but I got these stabbings from a local shop. So, and I love the color. If you're from the Philippines, do support our local shops. And yeah, this is the weekly section. Again, I still feel very intimidated by the weekly section because this is the first time that it has like a 24-hour time blocking, and I don't know how to deal with that or how to use it or maximize it because again I work from home, and so I feel like every day my days is kind of repetitive, but I did explore. So for example, this week I use it, of course, how I want my day to, I don't like how I want my day to happen each day. So it's like a, yeah, like a planning, of course. So like for example, I wake up and then I journal and then I study, work, study. So this is basically what my life is. I just gave it a test. So this is for the first week, and then I realized, oh, this is kind of repetitive, and at the bottom, I use it as a gratitude logging. So each day I would write something that I am grateful for. And then in this section, I kind of write all the lessons that I need to study. And I honestly like this section so much. And then on this part, of course, are the goals and maybe something that I want or need to buy. So yeah, this is basically how I use my first week. And also, as I said, I list down all the lessons that I need to study, and it really helped me a lot to be more focused. And honestly, the fact of just like the idea of just crossing something off your list really felt good. And another thing is, I'm not very good in tracking all the lessons that I need to learn. So that's when I realized, oh yeah, I could use the weekly sections to list down all the lessons that I need to study to help me be more focused and mindful with all the lessons that I need to accomplish. So that's what you will see here in my next weekly section. But here, these are the goals and the tasks. Here are the goals or the tasks that I really want to achieve for that whole week. So this really helps me to be a bit more accountable, and also I have monthly goals, right? So I also break it down in here, and each column actually have different things that is going on. So the first column is this is my ideal day or what my usual day looks like. So in my previous weekly, as you can see here, this is my life. I work, I study, work, journal, eat breakfast, journal. So this is just like kind of repetitive every single day. So mind you guys, I work from home. This is the reason why actually, I was hesitant to buy the cousin at first because, again, my day is almost similar each day. Of course, there are a few changes, but most of the time, my day, it's very repetitive, it's very usual. So, but yeah, I'm glad that I bought this cousin because it really helped me a lot. So, this is my ideal day or usual day. And you will see, so I don't need to write every day what my day looks like because I already know what it would look like, if that makes sense. And then on the second column, I wrote here all the tests that I need to take, and a lot of tests, as you can see, and I only finished three of them because I focus more on the lessons and learning the concepts before doing the test. And then also on the next column, as you can see here, that's like more lessons and more lessons. So yeah, these are all the lessons from another teacher that I need to learn. And as you can see, I kind of did cross off a lot in my list within like kind of 2 weeks. So yeah, this is not even half of the things that I need to learn, to be honest. So maybe I'll use another weekly part or section to write down all the lessons that I need after I finish to go through them all in this part. And then, yeah, I just really like it because it helps me to be more aware. Oh, I still need to do this study or this lesson or this subject. So I know that my experience is so different from you guys, but yeah, I just wanted to say that you could use the weekly section and in whatever that you want it to be, honestly. So as you can see here, it's kind of, yeah, there's like every column has different, I mean, tasks, or like it's like a brain dump actually. So yeah. But then again, I love how I thought of this one, writing all the lessons that I need to study, and it definitely boosts my productivity because every morning I would open my cousin and then I would look at all the lessons that I need to learn. Oh, yeah, I still have a lot of lessons that I need to learn. So I need to do something. I need to use all of the free time, all the spare time I have to study. So it really boosts my productivity so much. And then I kind of regret that I did not put all the lessons here because I use like the vlog content and the YouTube content. So yeah, I just wish that I just put it in one place, and not to be a bit messy as this. But that's okay. Maybe next time, maybe in all weekly, I'll just use it for taking notes or taking down notes, all the lessons. Yeah. And yeah, I'm gonna do that maybe on February. And then in this column, we have the vlog contents and the real content. So again, it's like a brain dump, to be honest. So I would write down like all the contents that I thought of that I wanted to share both on Instagram and on YouTube. I've been really enjoying doing reels as well, which I also started posting here on my YouTube. So I would think a lot of contents, but then I would completely forget them because I don't write them down. So I feel like the weekly section of Cousin is also another, I mean, it's also another great way to write down all the contents that you want to make if you have an Instagram or YouTube as well. So, yeah, you don't need exactly to do everything, but I somehow it helps you to see, oh, yeah, I could do this content, something like that. It's just like a brain dump, right? So, I don't know if that's making sense. If you guys have cousin, I would love to know how do you guys use the weekly section, or if you have a planner, whatever planner may it be, whatever brand, may it be local or not. I would like to know how do you guys use your planner to boost your productivity. And then on the bottom part of here, by the way, I write again of course, the gratitude logging. So this is for the second week experiment. Now let's go to the third week. So I had another idea how to use the weekly section. So this is what I call like healthy meal planning. So one of my goals this year is to be more mindful of the food I eat. So I'm kind of leaning towards eating healthier meals as much as I could. And yeah, since I do yoga, I think it's a good pair to do yoga and at the same time to, like, of course, eat healthy meals. And yeah, so I search a lot on YouTube. I feel like there are a lot of content creators out there who talk about fitness or eating healthy foods, and some of them would share what they eat or healthy meals. So I would write them down. So this is now what it looks like. So we have here the healthy fruits, vegetables, or foods that I can buy in the supermarket. So we have here the breakfast, the snacks, the lunch, and then the dinner. But as you can see here, I wasn't able to fill out all of the blank pages here because I need to do more research. So, but the most important one here for me is the breakfast part. So that's why I tried to fill them out first, the breakfast section. Because I like eating breakfast. I like preparing breakfast for myself. So I wanted it to be I don't want it to be repetitive each day, and it's kind of like a really important meal for me. And I love cooking breakfast for myself, so that's why I first fill out the breakfast section in here. Although Sunday is missing out something, so I need to do more research, honestly. And but I love this section so much. I knew that one day I'm gonna feel them more. It's just that because right now I need to focus on really, really my priorities, right? So maybe after the exam, I can be more focused or be more mindful in this area. So yeah, I really like this. So if you guys, this is another idea, and yeah, in the future I'm gonna get back to it to yeah, write more about healthy meal planning. And now, oh my gosh, imagine we only literally have 10 days left before February. It's so crazy, it's so fast. In this weekly part, I don't know how to. Oh, yeah, I saw a friend of mine on Instagram, Soji Plants. I think you guys knew them. So she posted on her story that she used the weekly section as sort of like intentional planning. So every day she would write something in here, like what she intended to to do or to accomplish that day. And I kind of like the idea, I think. So maybe I will also do exactly what she did, maybe. And also, maybe I'm gonna write more lessons here. I don't know, because I really like seeing all the lessons that I need to learn. And then once I accomplish them, it felt so good. It makes me feel more productive. And then, oh, I also miss gratitude logging in here on the third week. So I really hope that I can do that this time, this week. And then, oh, and because I use this as the healthy meal planning, because usually, you guys, I have goals here, right? But I didn't get to do that here on the third week. So what I did is I transferred it on my daily section. Let me show you. So yeah, like this, things to do weekly. So this is exactly what I say, what I like about Hobonichi, because I like how it's so flexible. You can really choose how you would want to use it. You have the power and you have the freedom to do whatever you want. It's not like there's no one way to use the space, and I really like that. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna do a bit planning later, and then we're gonna move forward to the daily section, which I'm really excited to share to you guys. So, I'm not gonna lie, as I said, I really, really enjoyed writing and my cousin. It feels so brand new to me. Sometimes I don't even put stickers anymore because I already like the layout and then the paper. So yeah, I just want to write and write. And this is what the daily look like. So sometimes I would utilize this section, like I'm also experimenting in this part. So yeah, I this one I use this as like how my day went, you know. So and also sometimes, you know what? I just want to write. I don't want to, I just want to use all of the space to write like this. So, yeah, and I like it. And also, yeah, see, so there's like a lot of experimentation here. And I'm trying different ways how to use the spaces. And honestly, just do whatever you want to do. And also what I write here above, like what I want to. what I accomplished that day. And again, it felt good. It's a bit repetitive because this one you can also see it in my weekly section. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe next time I'll just leave it as it is. So, and also this one, I haven't wrote in this section because it was my grandma's birthday and I kind of wanted to like print photos. So yeah. And this is my last entry. I am filming this on Sunday. So this is my last entry and I think you will see this by Tuesday. So even if I am so busy, you guys, I'm really trying to be consistent. And by the way, if you guys are wondering how I can write a lot, I am using journal prompts. So I found journal prompts, I mean, on Pinterest. There's a lot of them. But since last year of December, I think I shared it also that I started to make my own journal prompts. So I made one this January for the whole 31 days. So it focuses on the goals or like how I would want to like spend my whole year, something like that. So it's helping a lot. And I also share it on my Instagram. And I'm not sure if people use it, but either way, yeah, maybe you want to check it out as well. So I'm also planning to make another set of journal prompts for February, and since that's like common, I mean, it's known for being a love month, maybe the topic would focus on self-love or loving other people, being in a community, something like that. But yeah, this is my dailies and I really like it. And I also like how it's so good in water. I was drinking water and then I dropped some water in here, but it just absorbs the water, to be honest. And I maybe that's the reason why it yeah, it works well, I think, on watercolor. I saw people doing that. So yeah. Anyway, that's it, you guys. I really enjoyed my cousin, and I hope that you do too. Please give me some advices, maybe, or tips. And yeah, and also maybe a reminder for you and for me as well that we don't need exactly to use all the spaces. I think I know that we kind of it felt good to fill out all the spaces, but you don't know exactly how to do that, and don't feel bad. It's just a piece of paper. And so, yeah, just want to put it out there. So, I'm gonna do planning in here, although probably I will not be able to feel everything because it's Sunday, so I still don't know how I want to do with the whole week. But I'm just gonna put here the weekly task I have. And also, I'm only using two colors, and a lot of people kind of complimented, I mean, told me on Instagram how the colors are complementing each other. So I'm using a brush pen. I'm not sure. I think I is it Fodenosuke? I don't think so. Oh my God, I forgot the name of the I forgot to Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot the name of the brush pen that I use, but it's the yellow ochre. And then also I'm still using my Jinhao pen, which is one of the cheapest and best options out there, I think, for the first timers like me. And I'm still using the same ink, which is ox blood. So yeah, and when I pair them together, they kind of complement each other. A lot of people have mentioned it on Instagram, and I was actually not planning it at all, but I'm glad that they turned out really good to look at, I think. So these are all the tasks, and then maybe I can show later or maybe on Instagram how I want to use this weekly section. Okay, so I'm gonna see you on Instagram. And that's all for the update of my cousin. And now let's go to our fate journal because this one needs a little bit more love. If you guys are Christian, to all the Christian girlies out there, I would really recommend you to start a devotional or faith journal or however you want to call it. I think it's a really good way to have intimate moments with God. Um, Maybe read His Word, reflect a lot on it, and pray. I don't know, but for me, I really can say that it helped me a lot. So anyway, let me show you. These are what's the entries so far. And I have also been kind of a little bit of conscious in sharing my faith journal, especially this month, because there has been a lot of things I'm dealing with recently, and my faith journal, I feel like, is really the journal where I pour out everything, a lot of honesty and vulnerability, and sometimes I wouldn't want them to share on Instagram. I'm just kind of conscious now. Here's the thing. Okay, wait, I'm gonna talk about it later, but for now, this is what my journal looks like. I have not designed them yet, and I miss designing them. So this is usually what the designs are, but I wouldn't force myself if I don't have the time to design it. So there's like more writing in here. But since I have free time this Sunday and I kind of wanted to relax a little bit, so that's why I decided to include this in my vlog. And we will use this one to design the pages. I bought this from a local shop. This is the name of the shop, Brown Paper Kit. And I think I've mentioned it before, but she made this die cut, all these ephemeras almost that you could find in my fate journal. And I love what she does so much. She's very talented. So yeah, it's not very complicated. I mean that I will design my pages. It's kind of simple the way I design my pages. And these are all the stuffs I bought from her. It's all gorgeous. She is the best. I think it's so gorgeous and it's so unbelievable and crazy how she can do this on her own, just like by her hand. It's her craft. I don't know. I just love, and this is the second time I bought from her, and I love all the things I bought and that she made. And anyway, going back to what I was saying earlier, yeah, I become a bit more conscious in what I share on Instagram because it never really occurred to me that people read my journal entries. I mean, because I never really do it, you know? So, yeah, 1 second. Yeah, so you will see how I design my journal. But again, it never really occurred to me that people read what I wrote and what I post online. I don't know. I mean, when I started my Instagram account to share my journal pages, I was very, very hesitant and kind of conservative on what I share online. Like because I just feel like everything that I wrote in my journal is a part of me. it's about me. So I feel like if I share it, it feels like I'm sharing something about myself. Oh my God, it's so windy today. Give me 1 second. So that's why I was kind of conscious of sharing my journal pages on Instagram. And then one time, I think last December, someone asked me on my Instagram, like, hey, how do you like share your pages on your Instagram? Like, how were you able to become comfortable? And that was really, really a good question because it like kind of like reflect. I had a moment of reflection, and I was like, yeah, honestly, I mean, similar as you do. I was also very scared of sharing my Instagram. Bec yeah, and I would also ask the exact same question to those people who shared their journal pages on Instagram, like, hey, how do you do that? And then later on, I don't know what happens, but because I don't read people's entry, even if they shared it on Instagram, I just don't wanna read it. I don't know, but I want. I would just look at the face value or how pretty the penmanship is or how gorgeous the designs is. But to read it, I feel like I'm so ashamed to do that because that's like a personal entry of that person and I don't wanna her or his privacy even though he shared it on Instagram. I'm not sure if that makes sense. But I was like, oh yeah, maybe I could share it. I could share my pages because I know people want to read it the same way that I do. I don't read people's entry. But then something happened, something crazy happened. I remember one time I I had someone message me on Instagram and told me, hey, so you are from this city, right? And I was kind of surprised because I never really talk about, I mean, not really directly. So I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I'm from the city. I mean, how did you know that?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, I saw your post on your Instagram on your page, and then yeah, I read the entry, and then somewhere from it you talk about your city or your hometown." So yeah, and I was taken aback by it. I was like, "Oh my gosh." It never really occurred to me that people read the actual entry I have, you know? Because I also do cursive, so I kind of sometimes feel like, oh, maybe it's not really readable or something. So, but anyway, that's when I realized that maybe some people really read my journal entries, and I'm not saying it's bad at all because I posted it on public, so of course people would read it. I don't have the right to get mad or anything. And I wasn't really mad, but it was just a reflection like, oh, I need to be more mindful or I need to be more careful of what I post or what I share on my Instagram. So even though I love sharing my passion and my love for journaling, but I still need to be more mindful of what I post. So recently, I have not really shared a lot about my fate journal pages because life was getting, I feel like becoming more vulnerable each day, crying and everything, and just pouring it out and writing everything that I feel. So I don't want people to read those vulnerable moments I have with God. So recently I have not posted. If I did, I would read the content first to make sure that it's not very personal that I post, if that makes sense. So yeah, and I just want to like put it out there if because again someone asked me how I become comfortable to do it. Honestly, if you're someone who doesn't really want to share your journal entries, that's totally fine. Do not feel bad just because other people do it, or if you really want to share it, then maybe you could choose which one to. You have the power and the freedom to choose which one to show on Instagram, and you're allowed to do that. But don't feel pressured just because other people do it doesn't mean that you have to do it as well. So, yeah, I just want to talk about that. I just want to put it out there. And by the way, my designing the journal, I mean the fate journal pages is taking so long. I always do this. It would always take me so long to design them. And this video is already so long. So I'm just gonna cut it here, you guys, and then I'm just gonna keep designing it, but I'm gonna cut the video. And I hope that you guys will have a fantastic January. We only have 10 days left, and yeah, but thank you so much for being here. I'm really, really grateful for all the support I've gotten in my YouTube channel, you guys. Someone commented last time on my Instagram Reels that my account is growing faster than her account did. And yeah, and I was just really honestly, I was just as surprised as her because I wasn't really expecting that I would get kind of a lot of support from you guys. But if ever that you have reached this part of the video, the last part of the video, please say hi. I would love to talk to you guys. And it felt so weird that thousands of you are watching my video and yet I know only little of you. So I don't know, maybe just say hi. That would really make my day. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. Thank you. Take care.